everyone, today my topic is learning from Florence Nightingale. Florence Nightingale is well known as the founder of modern nursing. As a committed nursing leader, Nightingale's hygienic, environment-focused, communicative approach to nursing and kind humanistic care was an unprecedented change to the medical community of her time. She was the first person to provide scientific approaches to nursing. This presentation will first talk about a brief biographical outline, secondly, two of her attributes or values, bravery and altruism. Thirdly, two significant contributions, sanitizing concept and evidence-based practice. Fourthly, elements from Nightingale impact me on professional identity. Nightingale lived between 1820 and 1910. She was born in Italy to an English noble family. She grew up with a privileged and wealthy life and received a good education. While traveling in Europe as a young woman, Nightingale discovered that hospitals in England at the time were poorly run. Hospitals are synonymous with filth, chaos, and pain. The nurses were not professional enough. When she was 24, she decided to be a nurse rather than a traditional lady. Nightingale refused good marriage proposals and never married. She entered a German hospital as a volunteer when she was 30. 3 years later, Nightingale worked as a leader in the Institute for the Care of Sick Gentlewomen. Her leadership qualities were emerging there. In 1853 October, at 33 years of age, she was invited to participate in the Crimean War as a leading nurse. When Nightingale brought her environment nursing theories to the field hospitals, the casualty rate of soldiers was effectively reduced from 42% to 2%. Nightingale was also known to the soldiers as the lady with the lamp. Nightingale's nursing approach showed the world the importance of nursing. In 1860, at the age of 40, Nightingale founded the world's first professional nursing school in London and is now called the Florence Nightingale School of Nursing and Midwifery. She worked to promote the concept of nursing training. Nightingale wrote many books, including the influential Notes on Nursing. She made the need for nursing and the basic nursing concepts accessible to the public. Nightingale was awarded the Royal Red Cross as a military nurse. She was a Lady of Grace of the Order of St. John and the first woman who was awarded the Order of Merit. In terms of value and an attribute, I wish to talk about bravery and altruism. Firstly, her bravery helped her put through many boundaries. Nightingale, who was unmarried, chose nursing as a career and further invented the profession of the nurse. Nightingale's family was firmly against her becoming a nurse because the high society of the time thought nursing to be an unworthy profession. But Nightingale did not give up. Determined that she wanted to be a nurse, Nightingale looked for any possible way to learn about nursing. Due to this bravery, Nightingale led other nurses to save millions of lives by overcoming the biases of the time. Secondly, I want to talk about her altruistic value. Nightingale's altruistic values can be described as selflessness, which indicated helping others. Nightingale believes that she has a mission and therefore does not seek fame or fortune in return. A good example of Nightingale's bravery and altruistic values was a nurse leader was in the Crimean War. The initial ignorance of the team of doctors did not deter Nightingale. She bravely insisted on the concept of scientific nursing. She insists that triage will be based on a patient's health, not his military rank, social status, or religious beliefs. And Nightingale's selflessness made her dedicate herself to the care of the wounded. She worked for more than 8 hours a day and led 38 nurses, caring for more than 5,000 wounded soldiers. This altruistic spirit was a great moral booster, and the British public saw her as a hero because of her nursing and the meticulous approach to her profession. Nightingale was given an amount of donation from the British during the war. She used these resources to improve the medication environment in Scutari Military Hospital. As a result, she won a voice in the team of doctors. Nightingale had many contributions. Nightingale has many contributions to the modern profession of nursing, two of which are highlighted here. The first is her insistence on hand washing and sanitation. The second point is that she was a pioneer in evidence-based practice. Nightingale was forward-thinking in recognizing the impact of hand washing and dietary hygiene on patients. She was convinced that diligent hand washing would reduce mortality. In Notes on Nursing, she suggested that every nurse ought to be careful to wash her hands very frequently during the day. At her request, the British government sent a team to Scutari Military Hospital to clean up the sewers of contaminated water and improve ventilation. So the mortality rate of the wounded was greatly reduced. To this day, the first lesson nurses learn is still hand hygiene. Nightingale has critical thinking, which made her a pioneer in developing evidence-based practice. Nightingale believed nursing is a science and a profession. Nightingale was the first to invoke the concept of combining statistics and nursing practice. At the Scutari Field Hospital, she gave recognition to her environmental nursing program by meticulously observing the changes brought about by changing the environment and using a rose chart to conclude that the cause of soldier casualties was infection. She followed the rules of fact, tested her techniques with practice, and adjusted her care plan for different patients. This nursing method greatly promotes the quality of nursing. Under the limited research conditions at that time, Nightingale's prototype of evidence-based practice laid the foundation for nurses to have reason to follow and cases to follow. This helped nurses better summarize successful experience and use their skills to advance nursing care. Nightingale makes people recognize the professionalism of nurses and the necessity of being different from the doctor. Notes on Nursing reflect that she is a transformational leader who enthusiastically and sincerely shares her approach to nursing with nurses. Elements from Nightingale impact me on professional identities, such as focusing not only on the patient's physical needs and curing the disease, but also the need to consider the spiritual, emotional, and social factors of the individual patient. Nurses are in constant contact with patients, so nurses must provide rigorous and detailed care consistently and seize the moment for early intervention. Healthy leadership will all allow the nursing team to work together efficiently and confidently to provide quality clinical practice. For example, when ensuring medication safety practice, each registered nurse must have the accountability and the sense of leadership to supervise each other to check information strictly, and hence to prevent medication errors. In conclusion, I hope I can become a good nurse like Nightingale. Thanks for listening.